Hey guys, Zelda here and welcome back to 999. Last episode we went into door 3 and that's where we found the so-called body of Snake, when we know that's not Snake. But I wanted to show you something very interesting, which I'm gonna say right here. I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna go back here. Let's see. I just wanna preface something. Go, there we go. Ba, 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 ba. Yep. Yep.
How could you do this to us?
Huh?
Knock it off!
What?
Go have a look.
Go have a look.
I stuck the screwdriver in the door. That door over there, the one without a number. So long as the screwdriver's there, it can't shut, so you can get in there. There's a shower room past there. I stuck a broom at the door there too.
Wait, then you're saying we can go in there without passing through the numbered door?
Yeah, it's about the size of it.
Wait, what the hell is in there?
You'll know when you see it.
Yeah?
Fine, let's go.
Yeah? Right? This part, right? Yeah? Then if you go... What was it? Here? Back in the big room? I think it's this one.
I see. I believe I...
Blah, 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 blah. This is gonna take a little bit longer, but... Now we're gonna go through the 3 door, blah blah blah. Clover, Ace, 7, go through the 3 door, be careful, blah blah blah. Ace, Clover, go through there, 7. And then we go to Earth keys and the Jupiter key, and blah, blah, blah. And the Sun key, I believe, or something. Of course, there's a reason. Yep. And then Saturn key, Fadec, blah, 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 blah. There's a reason why I'm doing this. I just wanted to show you. I was like, I want you to show that you the difference. Because you know how 7 was like, go have a look. I'm just gonna choose that because I don't find it very interesting to do the other one. And going down. And boom. Boom. And let's go in. Oh my god, why is this such a long explanation? Okay. Door number 6. 6. Yep, found it. Going back.
Yeah?
Okay, here it is. Look at the difference, right?
Hey! Where the hell did you guys go?
It was 7.
7?
Ace was right, blah blah.
What's wrong? What?
What the hell kind of question? Snake is...
See the difference? With us, he's like, when you go through the number 3 door with us, it's like, yeah, go take a look. Don't even explain what's there. No, let Clover, literally the guy's sister, see her brother's dead body without, like, letting her know beforehand. And this is how he reacts when you don't go with him. I mean, he must care about Clover a lot or something. Anyway, I just wanted to show you that. I thought it was really funny. Anyway. Outside the shows. We just go through again. Not an issue, so. I got slapped again. We got this part already. Oh, Snake was murdered. It's fun, right? When you can skip all the dialogue. Of course. As long as possible. I'm just doing the quickest ones because it doesn't matter.
Here we go.
There, and it stops right where we haven't been. They stood in front of the elevators next to the stairs that led to the casino and the kitchen. Between the two elevators was a card reader with the Mercury symbol engraved on it. I mean, technically...
Yeah, I found it.
Oh, I see. It's got the Mercury symbol.
Yeah, it's found it in the shower room, but we knew that last time Seven found it, so... He took a deep breath, slid the card through the reader. It made a small beep and the lights on the reader blinked to life.
Now we can go.
7 people, including Junpei, climbed into the elevator.
Looks like there's only 2 floor buttons working.
C and bottom.
The rest were destroyed or did nothing when pushed.
Time to head down then.
Junpei hit the bottom button. The door closed. Slowly they began to move downward. Sometime later, all 7 of them stepped off the elevator into the bedroom. Into the bedroom? Oh my god, brain! Oh my god, I'm not doing this on purpose. This is just my brain. Onto the bottom deck. I read B and I was like, bedroom. That's what my brain made out of it. I was like, yeah. B, bedroom. I love my brain sometimes. They stepped off and saw that the hallway on the right ended somewhere between 20 and 25 feet from them. The hallway in front of them was a dead end, but not a regular dead end. It had 2.
This is a numbered door.
Yeah, it's door 2.
Immediately, they began to discuss who would go through it.
So who should go through the door this time?
We don't need to be discussing who we're leaving behind this time, right?
Right. It's set up so we'll be able to meet up again once we get through the numbered doors.
Then there's no need for arguments at this point.
Nope.
We should figure out who's going in first.
Very well. Would anyone like to volunteer?
I'll do it.
The first to speak up was 7.
I'll go too.
Then I suppose I need to go too then.
Junpei followed suit, which meant that Lotus was by default the 3rd member. 5 plus 7 plus 8 is 20. 2 plus 0 is 2.
Alright, we're taking off.
They're becoming pros at
Please
this.
be careful.
They're pros at this point.
Jesus. You 2 are acting like you're married, you know that?
Oh,
She'd like that. June blushed. So did Junpei.
Don't be silly. Cut it out.
Perhaps in an attempt to hide his emotions, he quickly turned away to pull the lever on the red. The door opened, as they come to expect. There appeared to be a short hallway on the other side.
All right, let's go.
Lotus was the first through the door.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
7 was next, and Junpei brought up the rear. Here we go again.
Where the hell is it this time?
I don't see it.
Oh, there it is! It's right there!
Fortunately, it took them only moments to find the dead. It had been placed just inside the room, right next to the numbered door. They gathered around it and quickly scanned each of their bracelets. But it didn't stop and they blew up.
It stopped.
Yeah, it stopped.
Junpei could feel his heart pounding against the inside of his ribs. Seven and Lotus were breathing hard and fast.
Man, I'll never get used to that.
I'm not sure it's something I'd want to get used to. We should finish this game before imminent death becomes a normal thing.
Damn right.
All right. This
Junpei
hallway's
looked
pretty
around
short,
again.
but it's got 5 doors.
Junpei looked around again, sorry.
3 on the left, and only 1 on the right.
Don't forget the last one at the end of the hall.
But it's got a metal plate over it, so I doubt we're gonna get anywhere that way.
After taking a look around the room himself, Seven spoke.
All right, let's get started. I think we'd probably better split up. You two okay with that?
Yes, no problem.
Sure thing.
Then I'll take this first one.
Seven nodded to them and stepped into the room closest to him.
I'll try the one next to it.
At last, Junpei was left alone.
Well, I guess I'd better get started too.
He looked intently at the remaining 3 doors. There we go. 3, 2, 1. Seek a way out. Okay, so there's a gigantic room here. Emergence on this side, guess. Okay, let's go in this room, I guess. What the hell is this supposed to be? Like a drawing of a whirlpool or something? Well, if I had to guess, I'd say it's trying to look like water. Tile. There's a little tile in the drain. Doesn't look like we're gonna be able to pull it out of there. Might have to use our hands from this. Might have to use our heads on this one. Alright, let's figure this thing out. Well, that's not working. Huh? Looks like the water doesn't work. Doesn't matter how much Seven turns that thing, no water is coming out. Has the water been shut off from somewhere else? I don't know. There's a dirty blanket on the bed. Ah. Toilet paper tube, huh? I seriously doubt I'm gonna need this for anything. Well, this part is thinner than the rest. In fact, it doesn't really look like it's part of the rest of this thing. The rod feels loose. Maybe if I give it a couple of turns? There we go. Screwdriver shaft. That's something. Sun? A symbol on a toilet lid, huh? Seems a little fishy to me. It's a sun symbol, but it doesn't look like the ones on the doors. Hey, this handle looks pretty loose. Loose? You think it'll come off if you pull it? Pull on it? It fell off. Huh, look at this. The handle doesn't really fit on the string. Maybe it was meant to be attached to it. Wasn't meant to be attached to it. Got a handle. Can we combine these two? So if I just stick this metal rod in the handle. Bam! Screwdriver. Most useful item. Which I need for the screws. This thing is really simple. Is it really desk? Well, of course it's gonna be simple. I mean, it's probably like that so we don't try and use it as a part of a puzzle, right? You probably use the desk to write letters to your family or something, but this is a boat. I'll bet the only thing they used for this was eating off of. Really simple desk. There's only one drawer on it. Huh? What the hell? It's not opening. There's something up with this drawer. I don't trust it. Screws. Sweet, I got the screws off. Now we can open the drawer. There's nothing in here. Well, maybe the drawer is what we need. The drawer, huh? Alright, let's yank the thing out. Alright. Got the drawer. Well, nothing else much here. I'm gonna go to the other room. Somebody made some wavy blue lines on this mirror with blue paint. Is that a drawing of a blue scarf? No, maybe not. There's no knob on this faucet. Oh, there's no way you can get the water out like this. If we can find a knob or something that will work as one, then we should be able to get the water to come out of this thing. Maybe. Maybe, Lotus, maybe. Nope. It's just hanging from the wall. Well, if we were pulling the string, then it must be a toilet that flushes. There's the moon symbol again. A sun symbol and a moon symbol. A moon? What a filthy, disgusting moon. Yeah, it's pretty filthy, but it's a precious hint. Let's remember it, alright? This paper seems to be pretty old. Ew, how the hell can you touch that? It's horrible. Oh god, oh. Come here, you little... Kittens are are a handful. Well, it's not really, it's not like I've really got a choice, do I? It's not like I want to. Towel. Well, it looks like a towel. I wonder if the design means anything, though. Maybe you should consider what the design might be. Perhaps it'll give us a hint. I bet that bed looks cold. Pretty sure you'd freeze to death in the winter. No kidding. If I tried to sleep here, my skin would dry out in no time. Well, it's not like you're that young anymore. That shouldn't really matter. My, Junpei, aren't you lucky? It seems like you'll die before you have the chance to grow old and hideous. I'm sorry. You're right. Dry skin is a woman's worst enemy. Trust me, dry skin can be really itchy. There's nothing in the drawer. Yeah. Something's not right though. That handle of the drawer doesn't really fit, you know? It just looks messy. Why don't you take it out? There's a mirror on the other side of this drawer. Interesting. It's kind of an odd shape, and it looks like someone attached the handle with a screw after the fact. If I use the screwdriver on the screw on the center of the handle, maybe I can... There we go. I think... Yes. Pretty sure this one needs to go back in here. It sounded like something falling. What was that? I heard it too. Let's open the drawer. A tile. I got a tile. I'm very happy I got a tile. And we got a faucet thingy. And a faucet knob. Sweet, the handle I got off that drawer fits onto the faucet perfectly. Now I can turn the water on. Junpei, what are you doing? It's pretty obvious, isn't it? I'm running the water. I can see that. I'm asking you why you're just letting it run like that. Think about it, Lotus. This faucet didn't have a knob when we found it, right? What do you mean? Just watch. Anytime now. Hey, the water is filling up. Doesn't that mean that the pipes are clogged? Whoops, let's turn it off now. So, did anything change? The water stopped flowing. Thank you, Mr. Obvious. Ugh, Junpei, I'm leaving this one to you, alright? Don't worry about it, girl. I know what I'm doing. No, not that one. I want the tile. There we go. Oh, sweet darling. My cat is sitting right here. Oh, she's being adorable. Huh. Junpei put the wet towel into his pocket. He was about to turn away when there was a noise behind him.
What the?
Oh, Seven, you okay? He spun around to see Seven kneeling on the floor. His face was rigid and pale. Droplets of sweat covered his forehead.
Hey, what's going on? Are you okay, man? You're sweating like crazy. Are you all right?
He was concerned. He'd never seen Seven like this before. Slowly, the other man lifted himself to his feet and shaky legs.
Yeah, I'm fine. Just got a little dizzy, that's all.
His face was pale and his breathing was heavy. Sweat was pouring off his face and staining his shirt.
That's definitely more than just a little dizzy. Are you sure? You don't look so good.
Seven didn't answer. Half of his face was twisted as if distorted by extreme pain, and his eyes were glazed. Finally he spoke.
What am I doing here?
Huh?
His words made no sense.
What are you talking about? We opened the number 2 door and walked in here. Don't tell me you forgot.
No, that's not what I mean.
He shook his head several times as if trying to clear something from it.
It ain't much, but I think some of my memories came back. I think I've been here before.
Huh?
I said I've been in this room before.
You were here? When? Why?
Aoi, light, Nona.
Suddenly Seven was mumbling to himself. They were words Junpei didn't understand. Aoi, Light, Yona, those are names. Seven's hoarse voice trailed off, and Junpei couldn't make out what he said.
What the hell was that?
Seven's brow furrowed furiously, and he ground his teeth back and forth.
It's right there. I feel like I'm this close to remembering everything, but I just can't.
Seven stopped, frustrated. He pulled his hat off and ran a hand through his hair. Then suddenly he looked up, his eyes wide.
That's right, an experiment. There was some kind of experiment going on this ship.
An experiment? What sort of experiment?
They were trying to control people. Or something like that.
What the hell are you talking about?
Junpei didn't know what to make of Seven's story. Instead, he simply stared at Seven and continued.
Aoi, Light, and Nona.
As Seven continued.
Those were their names. Well, some of them. The kids that were in the experiment, I mean. I think there were 4 or 5 more, but I don't remember all their names. Yeah, that's right. That's why I'm here.
Seven began to mumble to himself and wander aimlessly about the room. He looked confused. So far as Junpei could tell, the man was simply rambling, and there were odd twitches to his movements.
Experiment. Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
See, it's all connected,
Those
guys.
kidnapped kids. Was I working that case?
Seven continued to mumble to himself about things that meant nothing to Junpei.
Huh?
Junpei didn't have any answers for him, of course. He couldn't understand what was happening to Seven. All he could do was wait. After a few minutes, Seven finally stopped.
Wait, under this bed.
He crouched down and looked under the bed. His face registered mild surprise and began to mumble to himself again.
The home's gone? No, maybe it was a different room. There's gotta be a ton of rooms on this boat that look just like this one.
At last, Junpei couldn't contain himself no
Hey,
longer.
what exactly do you remember? Maybe you could stop talking like a crazy person and tell me what's going on here.
Seven stood up slowly.
Well, it's not like I really remember everything. I've only got bits and pieces, and they're scattered and don't make much sense.
Something.
I don't care. Tell me the bits and pieces then.
Junpei could feel it. Whatever Seven had remembered, it was important. Very important.
Okay!
Seven drew a large, muscled hand down across his face. As he wiped the sweat from his brow, he spoke.
From what I can remember, I think I was a cop.
A cop?
Yeah. I was looking for that group of kids that got kidnapped 9 years ago.
It would explain a lot about how he's talking about don't disturb the crime scene, and if you make a connection between all the victims, you'll find the perp, you know, those kinds of things. Of course he would know that if he was a cop.
You remember that, right? It was all over the news.
Yeah, I was still in school. I don't remember all the details, but I do remember some of it. I think it was a bunch of kids right around my age. They all just disappeared. Nobody knew why. It was all over TV and the newspapers every day.
16 boys and girls. That would be 8. 8, not 9 kids, you know? Per like place. Because like Clover talked about the Nevada and about the actual ship. So it would have to be 18 boys and girls, not 16. Because 9 plus 9 is 18. 8 plus 8 is 16.
So you're saying you were investigating it?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. I guess I found something. There was this medical company called Cradle Pharmaceuticals that had something to do with those kids. After I figured that out, I managed to get some information out of somebody who worked for them. I think it was...
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
Yeah, that had to been it. That's why I went to the wharf. From the shadows, I searched the harbor until I found the ship he was talking about. There was a bunch of movement near it. Men in black suits, many of them were carrying large bags. Bags. There was something about the way they moved as they were carried. No doubt about it. There were human beings in those bags. I moved before I realized it. I came out of hiding with my gun already in my hand.
Don't move.
I felt metal touch the back of my head.
Drop the gun.
He kept digging the cold metal thing into my skull. There was nothing I could do. I did what he said and laid my gun on the ground. Then suddenly, there was a sharp pain in my neck.
Sopril beta.
Drunk.
Sure, Sopril beta.
That was my last thought.
Seeing as it's like Cradle Pharmaceuticals or something. Well, unless, like, Santa did say they only like made it 6 years ago, and this was 9 years ago, so maybe that hadn't been figured out yet, or maybe this was a trial drug.
My face hit cold concrete. I was out like a light after that. I woke up on a hard floor. Damn it! Shit, my head hurts. Where am I?
It looks so fancy like this, though. Though I will say yellow is definitely his color.
A small, shabby bed, a dirty sink, a toilet with no privacy. I'd seen it countless times as a cop.
Cell.
I'm in a cell, huh? Facing the toilet was a door set into the wall. I was still pretty woozy, but I made my way over to it. I pushed and pulled on it, but...
Nothing.
It won't open. Not like I expected much else. Would be dumb enough to put me in a cell and leave it unlocked.
I hope they're not that stupid.
Threw myself against the door a few times, but it wouldn't budge. I knew it. I gave up and made my way back to the bed, and sat down. I sat there for a very, very long time. Who knows how long. Then, I heard a faint voice. The voice was far away. I couldn't understand what it was saying. But I could hear one. It was pretty high, probably a little kid. Huh? No, it was several. I hear 5, or 6, maybe more. Where? Where are they coming from? I pressed my ear to the wall and tried to listen through it. No, that's not it.
What are we going to do now? I'm sure that's what what they're saying.
Left. It's coming from under the bed?
Or what do we do now? Maybe.
I hauled on the metal frame and flipped the thing over. And there it was. The bed had hidden an air vent under it. The hole in the wall was covered by a metal grate.
He looks so stupid from his face, but he's actually really small.
I dropped flat
smart.
on the floor and peered through the grate. I couldn't see shit.
Smart. I don't mean small. He's not small.
But I knew it in my gut. This was where those voices were coming from. Hold up. Why are there kids here? But then what my inside man told me popped into my head.
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Am I on that ship? It didn't matter. All I knew was I had to get to those kids. I checked out the metal grate. Could I fit? I stuck my fingers in and grabbed it. And then... Yeah! How do you like that, you son of a bitch? I finally got the damn thing off. Sweat was dripping down my face, so I wiped it off and crawled inside.
And that's all he remembers. Junpei waited for Seven to resume his story. The longer he waited, however, the clearer it became that Seven had no intention of doing so. He had gone silent and simply stared off into the air, his eyes blank.
Hey, what happened after that?
He'd waited long enough. But Seven shook his head.
I don't remember what happens after that. I think I found some kind of door out of the duct. And I think I found some kids, too. Not good. Why can't I remember what happened next?
Ah, man, what happened to the kids, Seven? Did you save them?
I don't know. I don't know if it was me. I've got this feeling. I think one of the kids died.
That girl that Clover talked about.
A girl, I think.
Huh?
Deep in his heart, Junpei felt something very cold. Seven's head dropped. Junpei saw on it a look of the sadness, the likes of which he had never seen on the man before. The large man's eyes blinked rapidly, as if they were fighting back tears, and he swallowed hard. His sigh was like the melancholy setting of an old abandoned building. He shook his head and spoke.
Anyway, just please don't ask me anymore, okay? I really don't remember anything else.
That probably also hurts his brain. After that, Junpei could hardly try to force answers out of the other man.
It's fine. Don't push yourself. Going by what he said?
Junpei left Seven to pull himself together, and instead began thinking everything over.
The children who had been kidnapped 9 years before? Apparently, a company called Cradle Pharmaceuticals had been behind it all. They'd taken the children to the same ship we're on now. They'd been brought here for an experiment. Seven said it had something to do with controlling human beings. The 16 children who had been kidnapped were the subjects. Seven had said 3 of their names were Aoi, Light, and Nona. I think that's all I got. Oh, and Seven is, or was at some point, a cop. I can't really use any of this information anyway. I didn't learn anything about the Nonary Game or Zero. Why were we brought to the same ship where they'd done those experiments 9 years ago? And just what the heck is this about controlling human beings? That's nuts. Did they really conduct an experiment like that?
Seems too crazy, right? Before long, Junpei realized he had spent quite some time deep in thought.
I don't have time to just stand here thinking. I need to get moving.
Junpei shook his head quickly to clear it, and returned to his investigation, thoughts swirling in his mind. Okay. We got the towel, but maybe put the towel in the water. Looks like the water bubbled up through this drain and pushed the tile out. Okay, we don't use it there. The drawing on the mirror looks just like the part of the design on the towel. And the design on the towel was a river and a spring, right? The picture on this mirror is a spring, then it's talking about the water in the sink. I don't know. Looks like the water bubbled up. So all we got is this handle thing. Sun symbol. What if I put this back in here? I already took the drawer out of this desk. Yeah, but... Okay, let me see. Can I go to this one? Ah. Would you look at that? Oh yeah! We can probably use this mirror to reflect the light. Now I just gotta figure out where to reflect the light. Maybe if I go somewhere that's a little easier to shine the light on? You can see the partition over here. It seems pretty pointless to bother examining it. So if I shine the lights on this mirror in the back. I get it. If I shine the light on the mirror, the symbols appear. Symbols appear, yeah. The left side has a sun, and the right has a moon symbol. I'm gonna remember this. When I shine the light on the mirror in the back, what is that, a number? If so, if I shine the light on this mirror, I get to see some numbers, which we're gonna write down, of course, which is 4, 7. I can see a 4 on the left and a 7 on the right. 4 and 7. So what did we have here? Okay, this is the sun and the moon. Okay, there's nothing special about this toilet paper. Okay. Nice to see the sink lit up, I guess, but all it shows is me. It shows as me is the pipe. I don't know these. God damn it, no matter how hard I pull on this damn thing, it won't budge. Guess I won't be opening this anytime soon. Doesn't look like it's got a keyhole and there doesn't seem to be anything stopping it. How the hell am I supposed to open it? I don't know. Towel? No? No towel? Wait, maybe... Oh. Can I... The only thing you can manipulate in this room is that string. Chances are that they made this puzzle so someone wouldn't trigger it by accident. This is sun, right? So this is 4 times? Guess I should just keep pulling this thing then. Alright, here we go. Second pull. Third pull. Fourth pull. Did you just hear something? I did, but it doesn't look like anything happened here. I wonder what the sound was. Probably in the other room. But this toilet is disgusting. You don't expect me to touch that thing, do you? If you don't want to, then I'll do it, alright? Then we have... So this is where the moon symbol was pointing to, huh? They probably made it so that no, okay, but we already have that. 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's that sound again. But it happens whenever I pull that single string a couple of times. Junpei, did you hear something from from the other room? The other room? You mean from the dark room? Let's go see the dark room. I was just wanted to do this first. Oh, I get to go here yet. It's a sink, but there's no light shining on it. It's hard to be sure because it's so dark here, but I don't think there's anything going on with this sink. The faucet is too hard to turn. This mirror is probably put here to reflect what's opposite from it. A ray of light. We don't need to shine into a hint anymore. 14E. Yeah, that's like... I know, 14 is E. You want me to pull this 14 times? I can just barely make out the string on the toilet, but I can't get a hold of it. Damn it! It kind of pisses me off that I can see it, but I can't touch it. It says 14E in red. I think I saw 14 in red somewhere else. Was it on something I'm carrying around with me? Yes. Oh my god. I know. You have 2 of them. I know. The only thing we have is here. The tiles we found and the tiles here are the same size. When I touched the tiles on the door, I felt something weird. Huh? I can move these tiles. Then that means maybe if you swap the tiles we got with the tiles on the wall, something will happen. I suppose we just need to figure out what the strange design on the tiles means. At any rate, we should look for all the tiles that are the same size. You're right. Let's meet back here after we've done a thorough search. Jesus, can't talk. Ugh. Have we really done everything? Sun symbol. Damn, this toilet's pretty nasty to begin with, but the inside is even worse. Honestly, I'm amazed you could bring yourself to touch it. Ha! There's way nastier stuff out there than in the world than a gross toilet. You're a real deep thinker, aren't you? Okay, well, it's not here. But then, where is it? I took the drawer. Yeah, okay. We gotta do something with the fucking tile, I'm sure. Or the towel, I mean. So it's trying to show water flowing from the river and gathering in the spring. What are you going on about? Maybe you ought to explain. Forget about the puzzle we already solved. We need to look for new ones. There are no new ones. Man, this is a mess. It's not even a bed anymore. Can't say I'd want to sleep there. I don't think there's anything here. This chair is pretty old. This chair is pretty old. If 7 sat on it, it'd probably break. Huh? You say something? Nothing at all. The drawing on the mirror is just like the part of the image in the towel. The towel has a river and a spring, is it? This mirror has a river on it. If it's indicating this thing, then... Yeah, but we already solved this puzzle, so... This bed looked even sadder without a pillow. So, it's still a terrible bed. I'd never sleep on a bed like that. There's literally nothing else. There's no tanks that I can get something out of. This is already nothing in here. No. Gotta be something here then. The light's barely enough to see by. I feel like I'm gonna see a ghost here or something. It's a blanket, not really a great one, but still. Looks like the mirror. Okay. Sink. What am I missing? Or the toilet. This E. I've got a feeling it's relevant. irrelevant somehow. Toilet paper. It's still white enough for me to know what it is, even in the dark. There's nothing out of the ordinary about it. Alright, I took a couple of tries, but I've got you now, string. Yes! Now I can pull on it. Huh? Doesn't matter how many times I pull it, there's no flush. Kind of feel like an idiot. I wasted a bunch of time because I was determined to flush a toilet. Toilet won't flush when you pull on the string. But I want to pull on it 14 times. Or maybe... Oh! Well, this drawer opens easily enough. It didn't before. I would say that's... We needed 4 because E is 14 and emergence has 4 E's in it. Okay, well it looks like we've investigated all the rooms. The only mystery left is that door. Alright, let's crack that mystery then. We've got 4 tiles, and there are a bunch of tiles that are the same size upon the wall here. So if you replace 4 of the tiles on the wall with the ones we've got, that should open the door. Well, there's only one way to find out. $14. There you go. Hey, did you just hear something unlock? Does that mean we got it right? Yes, it looks like we did. The 14 hidden on that tile. If you convert that to hexadecimal, it's an E. It's an E. Basically, the E's in emergence are the 14s from the tiles. So if we replace it, that gives up the answer. Do you really care where it works? Where it worked? Let's just get out of here. Yes! Let's go! I found it! Sorry, I needed some water. They passed through the opened door and headed to the next room. Junpei jogged down the short staircase and looked around.
Oh, what the hell is this place?
The words had sprung unbidden to his lips, but it was clear why. Junpei shivered. Lotus and Seven reached the bottom of the stairs and stopped short, terrified.
Oh, this room is really creepy.
I think we ought to get the hell out of here now.
He jogged up to the stairs to on the opposite side of the room and shook the door on the wall next to the catwalk. It didn't open, and he muttered to himself.
Figures.
Yep.
It's locked, isn't it?
Yep. Don't know why I thought this would be any different.
So, what is this room for, anyway?
Junpei looked around the room again.
Well, there's a chair in the center of the room.
Oh, looks uncomfortable to say the least. I'd rather not sit in it if I can avoid it.
Back of it was covered with electrodes connected to a nest of wires.
Looks like it's placed over some kind of glass panel. Too dark to look through it, though.
Junpei turned to look at the right side of the room. Yep, it's a torture chamber. There was a table covered with a piece of cloth.
This isn't dried blood on the tablecloth, is it?
On the top of the table were a number of metal instruments. Junpei didn't know what they were for, and he had a feeling he didn't want to find out.
Oh, what the hell is this?
Yup, the torture equipment.
What are these tools for?
To break your legs, to pull off your nails, to chop into your body, to cut your fingers off.
That's not something I even want to think about.
To screw into your leg, I guess. Junpei shook his head in an attempt to clear it, and tried to focus on something else.
No doubt about it. This room's dangerous. Let's make our search quick so we can solve the puzzle and get the hell out of here. Come on.
Seek a way out. But I'll do that in the next episode. I'll seek out my way out the next episode, otherwise this is gonna get too long. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.